Greetings, my name is Ryan Nitsch. I'm a solutions architect with Amazon Web Services. I'd like to spend a moment with you and talk about IBM Db2 customers exploring options on AWS. Many of the customers I work with still have existing IBM investments in their on-prem environments. These customers may be running something like IBM's Db2 as a relational database engine, and this could be running on something like a Power environment. This could be mainframe. We could see some AIX over here. But what's very common for the customers I'm engaging with is these are long-term investments. So firstly, there's a hardware differential when we compare what the platform is that they're running on premises to what they would encounter on AWS. And there is often a licensing difference. Many of these customers have procured a license for an older version of Db2, and how that license functions is different on premises as it is to AWS. So when that same customer starts to explore how they want to bring their IBM investments onto AWS, one of the things they run into is I can either run my Db2 environment on top of EC2, or what is becoming very popular is for customers to explore a more managed approach and consider looking at the relational database service RDS supporting the new the Db2 engine, which is a recent announcement or a recent addition to RDS. Now, one of the challenges that customers are going to run into is their licensing on premises may be incompatible with AWS. So some of these customers are running older versions, and they might be utilizing IBM's PVU based licensing system, which is a processor value unit system. It's essentially a numeric allocation of how powerful is the processor in the underlying hardware. So for example, you may see a physical socket on the server having a numeric value of say 70 PVU, and then you'd have a look at how many sockets or how many processors the device has, and for each one they consume 70 PVU units. When we bring that software into AWS, this licensing construct doesn't work. AWS, we tend to use, virtual processor cores. IBM have created a VPC licensing model, which is compatible with things like EC2 or RDS, virtual processor core licensing. Now, historically, what customers would have to do is if they wanted to make this transition, if they were on a PVU-based licensing scheme, they'd have to work with their IBM account teams, they'd have to purchase new licenses that are VPC licenses, and that conversion process could be quite painful. So what we've done with IBM is to try and facilitate an easier transition here and give customers a little bit more flexibility. We've created a collection of licensing add-ons for Db2. Specifically, what we've brought into the picture here is an advanced server edition as well as a enterprise server edition add-on, which customers can do a couple of things with. First thing they do is it takes the existing PVU licensing that they have in their on-premises context and gives them the ability to utilize that on AWS. So now customers can actually go and take advantage of either running Db2 on EC2, managing it themselves, or they could shift to a more managed approach, taking advantage of RDS, just by purchasing this licensing add-on over and above their existing licenses. So they're not purchasing an entirely new license set. It's a very, very small add-on that stacks on top of their licensing and gives them a lot more flexibility. Now, there's a couple of benefits here over and above just being able to convert from a PVU-based licensing model to something like VPC. For one thing, customers get access to new features and capabilities. So if they're running on an older version of DB2, they're not on an advanced enterprise edition or enterprise edition, what this add-on now does is it unlocks all of the features of the advanced and enterprise licensing schemes for DB2. So customers can take advantage of better recovery models, better DR functions within the DB2 product in itself. The next major benefit is for customers who are exploring the cloud, it facilitates that shift to the cloud, essentially taking their existing licensing structures and being able to utilize them on either EC2 or RDS where it works best for the customer. The big one for me is that facilitation of shift to managed. So that transition from a customer doing everything themselves to being able to run DB2 on RDS and let AWS do all of the undifferentiated heavy lifting for them. Finally, what is very cool here is we try to meet customers where there are customers that have spoken to me, have said that they want choice. So some customers prefer buying their licensing structures or these add-ons directly through their IBM account team. That's certainly an option. But we've also got customers who want to do this through something like AWS Marketplace. So in terms of procurement, we have direct from IBM is absolutely an option, but AWS Marketplace now lists these two licensing add-on systems as well. So customers can actually go directly into the AWS Marketplace, purchase the add-ons, and then stack it on top of their existing licensing infrastructure to give them a lot of flexibility. I hope this has been informative, and if you would like to dive deeper into this, please do reach out to either your AWS account team or your IBM account team and have a discussion around the DB2 licensing add-ons for managed cloud services. And thank you very much for taking some time to join me.